Hello, Pastor Mike here. Welcome to episode 4 of Don't Be a Noob. We're going to talk about taking cover in this video. I got some Operation Metro footage I shot. I had a pretty decent round. And one of the things you're going to see is a little bit of my play style. And my mentality is more of a defensive, slower moving player. But it doesn't mean that I always play that way. It's just a way of keeping me safe. And I still get plenty of action, as you'll see. But you gotta be smart about it. If there's lots of bad guys downstairs, don't just run down there. Sure, sometimes you get a great Rambo run and you kill 3 or 4 guys. But let's be honest, most of the time you're just gonna die from that. So what you do is you take your time, you pick your kills, you stay safe. When it comes to taking cover, there's a couple things you really want to keep in mind. Number one is, where am I visible from? So if I'm taking cover and they can't really see me from the left, can they see me from the right? What do I need to watch out for? Is my team over there so I don't have to worry about that side? These are things that you want to pay attention to. One of my favorite positions on Metro is that office on Bravo flag. You get in that office and basically you can be shot at from the side steps, but not very easily, and they're usually busy with other people, so you don't have to worry too much about that side. And if people flank up the back escalator, mostly what you're shooting at is people that come up the front and peek out on the side of the elevator room. And you'll usually drop them because what they see when they turn that corner is probably about 20 to 30% of your body, because you're behind that desk in the office like you saw in the start of the video. And what you see is 100% of their body as they peek out. So you put your little aiming reticle on them and start shooting, and you're hitting, even head, body, whatever, you're hitting them. And they've got this little 20-30% of your body maybe to shoot at, and so you really have the advantage on them. And what people should realize in this game is that it's not about just pushing. It's about pushing smart. And we get really impatient in this game sometimes. I know I do, and I just want to roll through and get the flags and just push through. And it's something I've had to discipline myself in, and not just running through to get the flag. I want to be smarter and kill the people that are between me and where I want to be. So with taking cover, what we're looking at, like the back escalators, you know, where do I want to play it? Do I want to play by the little orange chairs there and peek down so that they can only see a little bit of my head, but then I'm vulnerable from the side stairs? But if I got guys on the side stairs, I can play that all day long and I'm not going to get shot. Do I want to play from the very back of the back escalators and use the little handrail things as cover and just move around a little bit? Do I even want to play further back on the turnstiles and just wait for him to come up and kill him? All of these things are perfectly viable options. You want to always be by something. Don't, unless you have to, never engage anybody out in the open. The only time that you should be standing with no cover shooting at people is when you're moving from location to location and you run into somebody. And that is the only time. Because what will happen most of the time, I see this all the time, people turn the corner and I'm taking cover, and instead of going to cover, they just stop and start shooting at me, and they're standing out in the middle of the open. And 90% of the time, they die and I don't, because I'm using cover and they're not. There's areas in this game where you can go, and some of the big cinder blocks and stuff like that on Grand Bazaar and some of those other maps like Strike at Karkan and Oshar Canal, you can actually put yourself on your character. If you're hiding behind something and your gun is barely above level where you can shoot, that means your opponent can only see the very top of your head. And that is a huge advantage. In games, if you've ever been like, how did that guy kill me? I never even saw him. And you get really frustrated and maybe you call people hackers. Well, a lot of the times it's just the position they're playing. They're playing really smart, they're hiding the vast majority of their body, and they're shooting at you as you're running and out in the open and that kind of stuff. And to you, it seems crazy, like, how did they do that? Watch some of the footage, you'll see how I'm doing that. When I'm up on the back escalators, those guys can't really see me, and they're wide open to me. Another thing, when you're moving from location to location, if you can stick next to a wall, do it, because that's one side that you no longer have to worry about. I hope you guys enjoyed that really great flank I did. I got 7 kills on that one, just right there in the side stairs. And that's the other big point. Number one tip I always have is watch your flank. Pay attention to the mini-map, and if there's a gap or something like that, you take the initiative and you go fill that gap, or you watch the back. and stuff like what I just did won't happen to your team. Alright guys, that's episode 4. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.